Welcome back to Coin Collector's World, where every coin tells a story and sometimes that story is worth far more than you can imagine. Today we're going to uncover the hidden secrets of one of America's most fascinating and mysterious coins, the United States of America 1 cent penny from 1960 with the D mint mark. At first glance, it may look like just another ordinary penny, but behind its simple copper shine lies a history filled with mistakes, mystery, and unexpected value. Let's travel back in time to the year 1960. The Denver Mint was a busy place, producing millions of Lincoln cents every single day. Each penny bore the familiar face of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner, a design that had already been in use for more than 50 years. But that year, something unusual happened during the minting process, something that would make some of these coins famous forever in the world of collectors. In 1960, the mint used two different styles for the date on the Lincoln penny. One was what collectors call the small date variety, and the other was the large date variety. The difference might seem small, but to experts, that difference was huge. The small date had a tighter, more compact look, with the number 6 sitting higher and closer to the 9. The large date, on the other hand, had bold and slightly larger numbers. No one at the mint realized how this small design change would go on to create one of the most interesting discoveries in U.S. coin history. Now here's where the story gets exciting. During production, a few dies used to strike the pennies were accidentally mixed up. Some coins were struck using mismatched designs, combining the small date and the large date on the same coin. This created a rare variety known as the 1960 D small date over large date penny. These errors are what coin collectors live for. They turn an ordinary coin into something truly special, a piece of minting history frozen in time. Just think about it. A coin worth only 1 cent, produced in huge quantities, now has versions that collectors around the world hunt for like hidden treasure. Every detail, every tiny difference in the date, tells a story of human error, craftsmanship, and the magic of discovery. Many collectors have spent years searching through rolls of old pennies, scanning through pocket change, and checking coin jars, all hoping to find this rare piece. The obverse, showing the profile of Abraham Lincoln, is a symbol of honor and legacy. The reverse, displaying the Lincoln Memorial, stands as a proud mark of American heritage. Yet within these familiar designs lies a secret that only a few lucky people will ever find. It's a reminder that sometimes the most valuable things are hidden in plain sight. Over the decades, the 1960 D Lincoln Cent has become a favorite among numismatists. The excitement of spotting a small date or a double die error never fades. Some examples found in perfect mint condition, shining bright without a single scratch, have sold for jaw-dropping amounts at auctions. These coins are not just metal and design, they are tiny time capsules that carry history, rarity, and immense curiosity. So the next time you come across an old penny, don't just pass it by. Take a closer look. Hold it to the light and study the date carefully. That small difference in the number might make all the difference in the world. You could be holding something rare, something special, something that collectors have been dreaming about for years. Coins like the 1960 D small date penny remind us that value isn't always about size or appearance. Sometimes it's about the story, the history, and the rare mistakes that make an object one of a kind. And for this little coin, that story is one of the most exciting in American numismatic history. Many of these rare coins have been found in collections, inherited boxes, and even change drawers. But every so often, a truly exceptional one appears in pristine condition and captures the attention of collectors and experts across the world. And when that happens, the humble 1 cent penny can reach an unbelievable price, with one of these rare coins valued as high as $50,000. But the truth is, the United States 1 cent penny from 1977, the one with no mint mark, has shocked collectors around the world with its incredible story and jaw-dropping value. Let's take a journey into the fascinating world of coin collecting, where every small detail, every letter, and every missing mark can turn an ordinary coin into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Back in 1977, the United States Mint was busy producing millions of Lincoln pennies. These were everyday coins used by millions of Americans, in vending machines, gas stations, grocery stores, and parking meters. Nobody imagined that a coin worth just 1 cent could one day be worth a fortune. The penny, as we all know, features the familiar and respected image of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, facing right. This design has been used since 1909, created by Victor David Brenner to honor Lincoln's 100th birthday. On the back of the coin, you'll find the majestic Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of strength and unity. But what makes the 1977 penny special isn't the design, it's what's missing. Usually, every coin made by the U.S. Mint carries a small mint mark under the date on the front side. The letter D stands for Denver, S stands for San Francisco, and P stands for Philadelphia. However, in 1977, something mysterious happened. A small number of pennies were produced without any mint mark at all. That means, under the year 1977, there is nothing, just blank space. Now, some might think it's a common error. Maybe the mint mark was worn off or the die was damaged. But that's not the case here. These coins were intentionally struck without a mint mark, and very few of them ever left the mint. That's what makes them so rare, so unique, and so valuable. Over time, collectors began to notice these no mint mark pennies showing up in circulation. Coin enthusiasts, or numismatists as they're called, began hunting for them like treasure seekers. And as the years passed, the number of confirmed authentic examples remained incredibly low, making them one of the most talked about small denomination rarities in American coinage. But rarity alone doesn't make a coin valuable. Condition plays a major role too. If you happen to find a 1977 penny in circulation today, chances are it's been used and handled, with scratches, dull color, and worn edges. Those are interesting, but not highly valuable. The real prize is in coins that have been preserved in mint or uncirculated condition, those that still shine with their original copper-red luster, showing no signs of wear. These coins are graded by professional organizations like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. The higher the grade, the higher the value. So, how can you tell if your 1977 penny might be special? First, grab a magnifying glass and look under the year. If there's no small letter, no D, no S, and not even a faded mark, you might have something worth checking out. Then, look closely at the details, the sharpness of Lincoln's hair, the clarity of the date, and the shine of the surface. The more perfect these details are, the better the coin's condition. You might also notice that some 1977 pennies have small variations or striking differences caused by die errors. These can include double dies, off-center strikes, or uneven lettering. Sometimes, even these minor differences can add value to the coin, especially when combined with the missing mint mark. Now, here's the exciting part. Collectors and auction houses have sold 1977 no mint mark pennies for unbelievable prices. In fact, verified examples in excellent condition have fetched prices so high that even experts were stunned. What started as a humble 1-cent coin has been known to sell for $40,000. That's right, a single penny, worth just 1 cent, turning into $40,000 in the right condition and in the right collector's hands. It's stories like this that make coin collecting so fascinating. Because it reminds us that history can hide in plain sight, in the smallest, most overlooked objects we use every day. That old coin sitting in your wallet or your drawer might be more than just spare change. It might be a silent witness of time, carrying a hidden story and a fortune waiting to be discovered. Have you ever thought that a simple 1-cent coin could hide a secret worth thousands of dollars? Most of us toss pennies aside without even looking at them, thinking they're just small pieces of change that don't really matter. But what if I told you that one of those tiny copper-colored coins from 1985, the United States 1-cent penny with no mint mark, could actually be a treasure hiding in plain sight? Let's travel back to 1985. It was a time before smartphones, before the internet ruled our lives. Ronald Reagan was the President of the United States, and the U.S. Mint was busy producing millions of 1-cent coins every single day. These coins were made mostly from copper-plated zinc, a switch that had been made just a few years earlier to save money on production. To most people, all pennies looked the same. But hidden among the countless coins that rolled off the minting presses, there were a few that stood out, not because of how they looked, but because of what they were missing. When you hold a U.S. penny, you'll notice Abraham Lincoln's familiar face on the front, the words, "In God We Trust," shining above, and the date of minting on the right side. But have you ever noticed the tiny letter beneath the date? That little mark tells you where the coin was made. A D stands for Denver, an S for San Francisco, and when there's no letter at all, that usually means it was struck in Philadelphia. But here's where things get truly fascinating. In 1985, some of these Philadelphia pennies were struck in such perfect condition, with subtle die differences and sharp details, that coin collectors today consider them exceptionally rare. Now, at first glance, the 1985 no-mint mark penny might look like any other penny. You could easily spend it at a store and never think twice. But if you look closely, at the shine, the surface, the fine lines, and especially the overall condition, you might realize you're holding something special. What separates a regular coin from a rare one is often in the tiniest of details. A sharp strike, a clean surface, and the absence of wear can make all the difference. And because billions of pennies were made that year, finding one that remains in pristine condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. Collectors love these kinds of coins because they tell a story. Each penny has lived a journey, through pockets, wallets, jars, and drawers, and yet some have survived decades without a single scratch. These are the coins that make headlines, the ones that turn ordinary people into lucky discoverers of unexpected wealth. Over the years, several 1985 no-mint mark pennies have been graded by professional services like PCGS and NGC. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Some have been rated as mint state, meaning they look exactly as they did the day they left the mint, untouched and flawless. That's where things get exciting, because the value of such a coin can reach incredible numbers. Think about it. Something you could find in your pocket, something worth just 1 cent, could be sold for a price that seems almost unbelievable. These are the stories that keep coin hunters searching through old jars, checking every penny, and holding their breath every time they find a shiny one from the 1980s. If you have a 1985 penny without a mint mark, take a moment to look at it carefully. Hold it under good lighting, tilt it, and look for any unique features or signs of high quality. Even a small difference in color or shine can be important. And if it looks uncirculated, meaning it's clean and without scratches, it's worth sending to a grading service. That small investment could reveal the true potential of what you're holding, because believe it or not, one of these 1985 no-mint mark United States 1-cent pennies has been valued at an astonishing $30,000. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny, worth $30,000. So the next time you find an old coin, don't ignore it. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes, that story could make you richer than you ever imagined. If you enjoyed learning about this amazing penny, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and share this video with your friends and family. Who knows, maybe the next treasure is hiding right in their coin jar. After all, 1 cent could be the key to a small fortune.